We are officially live. Welcome to the Friday Live brought to you by the Hood. I'm Jimmy. My brother Corey is here. We're going to give our folks a couple minutes to get in. If you are listening to the audio, salute to you. We appreciate it. If you're watching on a replay on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel, salute to you as well. Corey, man, phone over there going off. That's how you know he's getting chicken. You know what I mean? Some of them calls coming through. As you come in, because I see people coming into the room now. As you come in, please let us know who is here. Our Friday Live is brought to you by our private group, MDC Strategy, which you see at the bottom of the page and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Also, make sure you go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, comment, all the YouTubing and stuff. My brother Don is in the building. Don, what's really good? I'm glad you chimed in first too, Don. Corey was telling me right before we came on that he didn't start watching the Warrior joint yet. You gotta check Don. Just tell him, Don, because he ain't listen to me. So I want you to tell him, Don. I told him last week. I'm like, bro, this joint on Netflix is fire. Like, it's politics, it's fighting, it's backstabbery, is just pure treachery. So tell him about the Warrior joint on Netflix, Don. Appreciate you. Jamil's in the building. Detroit's here. What up, though? Hey, Jamil, you still watching BMF, man? Are you done once Tupac pulled up? Like, let me know what's good, Jamil. Brittany's in the building. What's up, Brittany? How are you? Appreciate you pulling up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I don't care if you're on Facebook, like the page. If you're on YouTube, hit like. Help us fight the algorithms as we come on here every Friday just to chop it up with our folks, talk about our week, and talk about stories that are pertaining to finance, black wealth, and as such. Just to reiterate, Mondays is Stack Sats or Die Trying. Wednesdays, that's our flagship podcast. Hold on, I'm gonna get to the comment. And Fridays is our Friday Live that we are here. So Don says it best. He said, shit is super dope and the hatchet work is crazy. Listen, man.
My fault.
As my brothers on the lock say, man, it's all kinds of crazy hawk work going on in there, man. It's crazy up there, bro. Crazy hawk work. I was telling you that it originated on Cinemax, where Banshee came on. So you already know how they giving it up.
Yo, that's my favorite show, dog.
I know it is. That's why I told you. I know you love Banshee, so you would mess with this. This is it's like backdoor politics and Bruce Lee. There's all kinds of stuff going on in this joint, man. But that's my new favorite binge show. So the crazy part is, shout out to my guy Victor. Victor told me about it. He's like, yo, go watch this. So I put it on. I'm watching season 1, bro. And I paused it to go get a drink out the refrigerator. And I looked as I paused it. It's like, yo, you on season 2, episode 4. I was like, damn. I didn't even know I was watching it like that. I didn't even realize that another season had started. You know what I'm saying? I know generally get into our TV.
I'm gonna make that when me and wifey have some time to watch movies together. That's
she cool with the violence though?
She gonna have to be if she wanna watch it with
me. Jamil says no BMF for him. Adrian, what's up, Adrian? We got Chicago in the building as well. Yeah, man. So that's my new TV show, man. But how was your week otherwise, bro? You do anything exciting, man? You just hanging with the kids? What you doing, man?
This weekend coming up. Is this Easter weekend coming up?
I don't even know, bro. You asking the wrong person.
Well, I know me and my wife are having a party because we got a 20-year anniversary celebration happening. I don't know if it's on Saturday or Sunday. I think we got both days scheduled out to do something because we don't know what the weather going to be.
Yo, you and your wife do something interesting too. I peeped this. Y'all not only celebrate y'all wedding anniversary, y'all celebrate when y'all first start messing with each other together. Y'all be having 2 anniversaries.
I mean, that was her doing, but I kind of like it now. At first I was like, man, this is goofy. But then as time goes along, you know what I mean? It actually means something as time go along to me. So
that's what's up. I actually peeped that. I was like, hold up, these niggas got 2 anniversaries.
Hey, listen. Yeah, because my wedding anniversary is in the middle of August.
Got you. Yeah, man. So that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Congratulations on all the time put in, man. That's a long time, brother.
Yeah, Dubski
is wow. Well, that's what's up, man. Congratulations on that. Let's see what else we got going on. Warrior must be good. Bruce Lee's daughter is. Oh, I didn't even know that. Yo, I had no idea about that. Thank you, Miss Phoenix. So Miss Phoenix says that the show Warrior must be good. The executive producer of the show was Bruce Lee's daughter. I had no idea. Yeah, they get busy on there though.
Hey, listen, if the Hawk work is right, I gotta see that. I gotta see what the Hawk work is looking like.
Don said it took him a week to watch every season. Yeah, Don, I might be done by this weekend too. So Adrian says, "Oh, I love that show. I need to get to season 3." See, everybody, listen, Corey, it ain't just me now, bro. We got everybody weighing in.
And listen,
LaJoya's here. We got Cola. The whole Cola is officially in the building. LaJoya, I was just telling Corey, I don't know if you saw it or not, that I think it's dope how y'all celebrate y'all wedding anniversary as well as the anniversary of y'all starting y'all relationship. I think that's dope. Might steal that. All right, so Don said that makes sense. Yeah, he said it makes sense. But yeah, I didn't know that at all. But now that does make sense, Don, because the show is it's crazy, man. I heard that it's another show on Netflix that I had a couple people tell me, not just one person. It's called like The Gentleman or Gentleman, something like that.
Yo, somebody was trying to recommend that to me today.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, so I can't speak for it because
somebody must know. All right, so The Gentleman in the Warrior.
Anybody on here? Any of y'all watched The Gentleman joint yet? I want to know what y'all think about it. I had a couple people.
I had 2 people recommend that to me, and I had like 15 people recommend me The Warrior joint. So those would be my next 2 binge watches. I don't really watch stuff, so when I watch it, I gotta watch it all the way through, or it's not getting watched.
When you see the Hulk work, you're gonna be into it. And the thing is, I like about the show is he got like a little Game of Thrones like power play thing going in the middle of the Hulk work.
So what's crazy is I didn't start watching Game of Thrones till season 7, so I never saw not one episode of Game of Thrones. Then I watched all 6 episodes in like a week. I watched an episode a day.
You mean a season?
I mean a season a day until I got to the 8th season.
Oh, you was wilding. Michelle said, "Well, Michelle, I saw Michelle in here. What up, Michelle? Oh, Michelle, I want to say thank you for them sats, man. I did see your sats you sent me over Fountain Dog. Appreciate that. Yeah, Michelle is my fellow Bitcoiner. Michelle going deep down in the Bitcoin rabbit hole like me, so he know what I'm talking about. People are like, what the hell y'all talk about Fountain and sending sats? But Michelle know what I'm talking about. Michelle, you gotta take the next step in the Bitcoin evolution, man. You gotta join me over on Nostr, man, because I'm on Nostr talking all kinds of crazy. For those who don't know what Nostr is, it's a decentralized social media platform, right? So you can say whatever you want to say, and it can't be because it runs right on nodes, similar to Bitcoin. So there is no central server for it to be taken down. Anyway, with all that being said, Michelle, that's the next step. Come join me on Nostr, Michelle. Rock Noxious says, "What up? What's up, Rock?
What it is though?"
GC said, "What's really good?" All right, Rock Noxious,
what's going on?
He said he wasn't that impressed with The Gentleman. I haven't watched it, so I can't speak for it. You know what I'm saying? But I did have a couple people tell me, so maybe they was faking the funk, or maybe it's all subjective. All right, let's see. 3-body problem is wild if you like sci-fi. I have never heard of that, but let me take a picture of this real fast just to make it fast. What's that on, Michelle? 3-body problem. I don't know nothing about that. So yeah, nothing about that. So have you checked out Invasion on Apple TV? I just added Invasion to my list, but I didn't check it out yet because I was on Apple TV watching. I was telling y'all last week, I finished it though. I was watching Napoleon over there, so I did add Invasion, but I didn't go back and watch it yet. But I watched Napoleon, man. Napoleon was out of pocket, dog. You talk about somebody going over some yams, dog. Like I think it was Rich.
He would hand you an L over the yams.
Rich said that joint should have been called Josephine, dog. That definitely should have been called Josephine. Hit my man with the sunshine, and it was over, dog. It was a wrap.
Changed his life.
It was a wrap. Once Josephine hit Napoleon with the sunshine, it was a wrap. Like everybody was getting the hawk worked on war. Like he was out of pocket. Jamil says Noster or Nosta. So it's actually Nostr. It stands for like what is it? Notes. Let me see. What does it stand for? It actually stands for something. I'm gonna tell you in a second what it stands for, but it's Nostr. It stands for notes and other stuff transmitted by relays, and the relay is similar to a node, right? So that's what it is, Nostr. So now the thing about Nostr is if you have Android or iPhone, depending upon which one you have to get a client. So it's very techie right now. So eventually it'll be a lot easier to get, but you have to have a client and you have to connect it to a lightning wallet on Bitcoin. So, No, it's no. Well, I ain't gonna say it's no freak stuff. I'm not into freak stuff. I'm over there talking like technology and all kinds of.
You don't know. You ain't get to that part yet,
Don. Because just like Twitter, it's different sides of Twitter, dog. Like,
yo, listen, anywhere there's people, there's gonna be cookies getting shown, bro.
Yeah. Mark, what's good, Mark? Don, I haven't got to that side of it, bro. Like, he said, because what Don says is sounds like some freak shit. Listen, I don't know about that, but it's like Twitter. Twitter is all about however your algorithm is and what's going on in the world. Because like yesterday, my Twitter was going crazy with college basketball. I wake up this morning, my Twitter is going crazy with Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drake talk. So it all depends upon, hoops is always.
I gotta get into the joint. I heard the Kendrick Lamar verse, but I ain't hear the Drake and what's the name verse?
Well, they ain't really dropped no verse. They've been working together, so he just decided that I'm just better than both of y'all. Like I mean, they've been sending like subliminal shots at each other probably for a decade now.
Yeah,
he just got tired of it and said, "Look, FOH,
I'm the best that's doing it."
3 Body Problem is on Netflix. All right, Ray Gun, what's up, Ray Gun? Appreciate you. I saw Ray Gun last night. I was watching it live with our brother Diamond Dave, and I saw Ray Gun in the comments. Then, what's up, Ray Gun? Appreciate the super chat, man. Salute to you. It's definitely appreciated. Yeah, Diamond Dave was spitting bars last night, dog. I caught myself. I was just sitting in the crib going through YouTube as I do, and Diamond Dave was on, and he had this drew this parallel. He was talking about Candace Owens, but he was talking about how Candace Owens and Sexy Red was the same person. So when you hear that, I was like, what the hell? But then it's Diamond Dave, right? So Diamond Dave starts painting the picture, and I'm like, damn, he right.
I mean, I wasn't there, but I can draw a straight line because they attention seekers.
That's kind of what he was going on, but he was also breaking down how if you look at like her history and go back and watch some of her stuff, Sexy Red is a lot more intelligent than she leads on. But the act that she's putting on is what's bringing her the revenue. So she gonna keep doing it. But anyway,
it down.
Yeah, she dumbed down her lyrics to double her dollars. Still don't forgive Jay-Z. I will never forgive Jay-Z for that line.
That might have been the craziest thing he ever said.
Yo, he got away with it.
Craziest, truest thing that he ever said in any lyric that he's ever spit.
Yeah, I still don't forgive him for that. I understand what he meant, but come on, dog. You don't gotta tell us that. We know it already.
Yeah.
Cookie, what's up, Cookie? How are you? Kev is in the building. We got Vegas in the building too. What up, fellas? Good people. Got a dip. Just pop it. Hey, Kev, we appreciate that, man. Just checking in with us. You know what I'm saying? I would ask you how the weather is over there, man, but it's always hot as hell in Vegas. Lorraine is in the building. Lorraine, how are you? Shout out to Lorraine, our executive producer. I'm gonna start saying that because she be sending me ideas for the pod and for the Friday show. I had saw this article, but when she sent it to me, I was like, you know what? Let's talk about it for our Friday show because today's show is about protecting your property from squatters, and we got an article to go with it. So shout out to Lorraine for that. Daniel says, hey, Dan and Tay here. Nar and Finson been all over my news feed this week. Yeah, man. I didn't even speak on the National Association of Realtors situation. And the reason being is, I'm gonna sound like a politician when I say this. I wanted to get more information, right? And I'm glad I did. I saw the news release that NAR, the National Association of Realtors, put out. And shout out to my broker as well as my sister, Tracy, for sending me this information because she was breaking it down to me. Like, the media took one part of that story and ran with it. They made it seem like the real estate game was just dead. And then I'm going on YouTube and I'm seeing video after video. And I'm like, 2024 is just a weird time to be alive, bro, because everything is content and everybody wants clicks. Context is thrown out the window. The idea of right and wrong is kind of thrown out the window. It's literally about clicks and people don't even care no more about what's right or wrong. And it's just a weird time for me, bro. Like, I ain't used to that. Anyway, but Dan, I appreciate that, man. But basically, NAR fought back and was like, commissions have always been negotiable. Like it's like nothing really is changing. But people made it seem like the game is dead. I was talking about the 3 Body Problem movie. Okay, Don, got you.
That do sound kind
of in the building. Pete.
Now, when you say the name,
it sound like a freak. Okay, I got you. The 3 Body Problem is a wild name, though. A 3 Body Problem. I see where you're going with that, Don. I didn't get to watch Dave live, but watch the replay. Yeah, Dave was cooking, dog. I was in the chat. Okay, Dad. I just sent Dave a super chat because Dave was definitely cooking. Yeah, Dave was cooking last night. Facts as usual. Absolutely. Mark said that will be a great dissertation. Yeah. They both are mouthpieces for an agenda. Yeah. And what's really good. Brittany was in there too. She said Dave sure was. Yeah, we was all on Dave chat last night. Dave was cooking, man. Thoughts on Joe and Glow, Kamala and Fat Joe. Man, it's almost embarrassing at this point, man. Like, it's just I mean, the funny thing is, again, about to sound like a politician when I say this, both sides do it, man. What my man say, it was good people on both sides. Like, both sides do this, but it's another one of those 2024 things, man. Like, certain stuff is just, I don't know, man. The world has changed, and I've thought about this too, right? Forget Joe Biden and forget Trump too. Forget both of them. But Trump as a president is like, the timing is just perfect for everything that's going on in society and the culture. So what I mean by that is, the dude was a reality star who's the master at drawing attention, and he became president at a time where that's what everybody's focused on. People put more value into attention and followers and that kind of stuff than what's real and what has any sort of substance. So when I see, and what Jamil is talking about, like Glorilla and Fat Joe have been kicking it with Kamala and Joe Biden and taking pictures and kikiing it up, it's like, that's what they do. That's 2024. What is the president talking to Glorilla about? No disrespect to Glorilla, shout at her.
But Fat Joe always kind of been like a behind the scenes politician boy. Like, he always been that kind of dude. I could see Fat Joe doing this. I don't know nothing about Glorilla. I've never even heard a Glorilla song because I don't listen to the radio. So I don't know her, I don't know her body of work. I've seen her on social media, but I've never heard any of her songs. So I'm not.
So I heard Jealous One's Envy. So I say all that to say, I don't know what kind of substance, he's bringing to that room. And shout to Fat Joe, he's a great music artist, but he's just that. Like, all, no disrespect to him. I'm not saying that
is the better
you should be stuck in a box and all that.
Joe was good. Have a lot of Jealous One's Envy was good. Jose is the better album. Jealous One's still Envy.
I agree with that. I mean, that's because it was executive produced by Nasty Man, so it had a little bit of that, radio friendly bad boy type feel to it. But what I'm saying is this, though, it's just how unserious we are as a country right now. That's my whole point. Like, we just what did my man saying? For those that watch the TV show Succession, and the boy was talking to his kids, he was like, "Yo, y'all some unserious people," and that's how I feel about us as a country. We just unserious, dog. Like, what are we doing? Like, I mean, yo, we got the president out here who's barely conscious, like
barely cognizant.
Yo, my man have sleep. Like, what we doing out here? So, Jamel, I only want to get my full thoughts because I'm gonna start going on a rant, and I ain't trying to get on no. I'm not trying to sound like no conservative dog, but it's like we just unserious right now, man. We some real unserious people, right? I just want to get my chicken and go live in a cave somewhere and get away from all y'all folks. Not y'all, because I love y'all, but I'm talking about this country in general, man. This is why you find people that are like-minded and you build with them and just ignore all the noise, because that's what a lot of it is noise. You know what I'm saying? Ho, K Diggy said it's my birthday. So his friends barbecue and basketball over here. Happy birthday, K Diggy. Happy anniversary. Congratulations to you. Listen, man, once you start to get me and Corey's age, man, you start to appreciate birthdays, dog.
Man, for sure. If you ain't never appreciated nothing in your life.
Chaz, listen, bro. We from Philly, man. Like, yo, making it to my age is an accomplishment in the city.
All the
happy G Day. Ray says Joe Biden and Glow, super unserious business, and she was on CNN. And then she was on CNN, they asked her about it, and she sounded even worse. Like, she sounded crazy. Corey heard that song, the F Nigga Free song.
No, I never heard that song. I don't even know what
that song went viral. It went crazy viral. Another happy birthday to K Diggy. Degenerate USA. That's what I'm talking about.
You gotta realize that I haven't been on social media and I don't listen to the radio. So
Cajon says, good evening, checking in on y'all on our way to Brazil. Cali's first trip. Oh man, first off, salute to Cali. Congratulations on y'all on our trip. And I hope you guys have an amazing time and stay safe, man. Appreciate it. Safe trade.
Brazil is amazing. Where are you going in Brazil? Y'all going to Sao Paulo? Where y'all going? Brazil is an amazing place.
Yeah, man. So salute, Cajon. Thanks for checking in, bro. Miss Cheryl's in the building. It's so unsafe, sad. Yeah, crazy times we living in. Crazy times. Don says safe travels to Cajon. How are you, Miss Cheryl? Thanks for checking in with us. Unserious people. Yep, definitely a good take on USA right now. Good evening from Florida. Appreciate Florida checking in. Flow Jersey, but that's how I feel. We just some unserious people, man. That's from years of people not being raised with structure. Ooh, you want to get into it tonight, right? Mark says, I'm trying to build in Ghana. I heard that. Have you copped anything yet, or are you just looking right now, Mark? Happy anniversary, K Diggy. You got more happy birthdays flowing into the chat for K Diggy. Adrian said our entire country needs a detox because it's full of poo. Corey, you over there on Prospects? What you doing over there, bro? You all right?
No, I'm just answering the text from my son.
Oh, I got you. Tell the young king we said was good. You see Benzino? Yo, come on, man. See, I try not to make our platform about slandering anybody, right? We try to have fun and be peace, but listen, man. So I'm gonna say this respectfully, man. Boy, look like a jive turkey, man. To bring back I was watching Sanford and Son this week, man. So I'm bringing back jive turkey.
You brought back jive turkey?
Boy, look like a jive turkey, man. Like he's almost 60 years old. He out in front of the joint, like throwing down food and acting crazy. What are we doing, man?
He need attention that bad at 60 years old.
We some unserious people.
How do you need attention that bad when you're 60, man?
I'm gonna let you read these names off, Corey, because this is what Cajon said. This is where they're going, and I ain't trying to butcher these names.
I never been to the Belo Horizonte, please. I've been to Bahia.
All right, there you go.
I don't know anything about the Belo Horizonte spot.
All right, that's what they're doing. Oh, we got the real estate legend in the building. Also the most recent guest on Stack Sats to Die Trying. A two-part episode. One, we going over his portfolio, and two, we chastised him about his portfolio. Our brother Jabbar is in the building. Hey, Jabbar, man, you know Jabbar is the king of wholesale deals, man. Mark's looking for something in Ghana. You got any deals in Ghana? And I'm not even joking because Jabbar might have a deal in Ghana for you, bro. Mark said he's doing his homework, looking for properties in Ghana. But Jabbar, welcome, good brother. Thanks for pulling up. And Cajon says thank you to Don. Ant says, who's throwing food down? Biden almost 80, bro. Yo, hold up. You said Biden is almost 80?
No, he after 80.
Yeah, Biden over the 80, ain't he? How old is Biden? I mean, Trump almost 80. I mean, both of them.
No, they both over 80, I think. Yeah, they octogenarians, dog. They 80 something.
Yo, somebody do me a favor. Let me know how old both of them dudes are, man. Because we gotta do better, man. We ain't got no young people with ideas out here, bro. Anyway, I said if he wanted to add salt in the wound, Zeno should have flew Mr. Chime Time for the shoot. Yeah, Mr. Chime Time pooped on. Oh, you said someone was 60. No. I wasn't talking about Biden. That was Benzino. I was talking about Benzino because Benzino did this this right here. This is what I responded to. So Jamil said, have I seen Benzino's diss video in front of Marshall's mom's spaghetti spot? So for those who don't know what that means, Marshall is Eminem. He actually has a restaurant in Detroit. It's called Mom Spaghetti, which is a play on, the Mom Spaghetti from the movie and all that. So Benzino, who's been going through with Eminem, flew out there just to record a song in front of the joint, and he's buying the food and throwing it on the ground. And I'm like, he's almost 60 years old. Like,
yeah, he needs to get slapped.
Turkey, man. That's what I was talking about when I said he was 60. He's a job, like he just looked like a jive turkey, man. So Biden is 83. Hold up, they got conflicting numbers here. TJ says Biden is 83, and Don says Biden is 81. Trump is 79. Yeah, but I don't know how serious he was either, man. Vivek was like, he seemed like he was just clout chasey. I don't know. Maybe just me, how he came off. Oh, so Biden is 81. All right, so Don and Brittany say Biden is 81. TJ was giving him 2 more years. TJ said 81, 83. Like, listen, man. Benzino been crashing out. Yeah, he's wow. So
yeah, he's super stupid.
Mache gives a shout out to Jabbar for exposing his shitcoinery. I do want to give a shout out to Jabbar because he ain't had to show me that, man. He showed me just how crazy his shitcoinery went, and he had some stuff, bro. Yeah, he came out weird to me too.
You can't tell me that the Jabbar listened to us because we told him to get rid of them poop coins and put it into Bitcoin like years ago. But he
was honest though, because he spent thousands amongst thousands on that stuff. He spent a lot of bread on them joints. And he had billions of coins that was worth nothing. So Trump is 77. So we got 2-year difference on both of the ages. Ray Gunn says exactly. Salute to Jabbar. That was a good episode. Not everyone is willing to show their failures. That's absolutely true. Yeah. So salute to Jabbar, man.
That's our brother, man.
Now they starting to cook Biden in our comments, man. I ain't even mean to turn this to a political show. Biden trips over his own shadow. Champ said Biden be acting like he 103. But TJ say either way they are old.
Both of them.
Mark says great episode. Appreciate that, Mark. And shout to Jabbar again. All that what made our country great talk, but back then Vivek folks couldn't even get over it. Yeah, he was sounded real crazy. Bionic. He said Biden is cryonic years old. Jamil says Biden is cryonic years old.
Dang.
Kahan also says salute to Jabbar for the transparency. Yeah, my man had like several billion military tokens worth 0 cents. But yeah, so salute to him for the transparency, man. But he, that was a dope episode of Stack Sats at Die Try. But let's get into the festivities this evening, bro. Let me share this article so we can have this conversation. I would love to hear what some of my real estate folks got to say about this. And this is from the New York Post. All right, Corey, let me know when you can see the screen and when you're ready, bro.
It's up, and I'm ready.
All right, let's get it. From the New York Post. A fed-up homeowner is arrested after a tense standoff with squatters, stealing a $1 million house that she inherited from her parents. Now, a New York City property owner recently ended up in handcuffs following a fiery standoff with alleged squatters, who she's been trying to boot from her family's home. So, Adele Andeloro was her name. She was nabbed after changing the locks on a $1 million home in Flushing, Queens. And she said she inherited from her parents when they died. So let's get to the gist of it. I don't want to read this whole article. All right, so she said that the ordeal erupted when she started the process of trying to sell the home last month, but realized squatters had moved in and brazenly replaced the entire front door and locks. She got fed up, went to the crib. She brought a local TV outlet with her, and she called the locksmith to change the locks for her. This is the boy that was squatting there, by the way. A heated caught-on-camera spat with the people occupying the house unfolded. Police were called, and the person claimed squatters' rights after living there for 30 days. Under the law, it's illegal for a homeowner to change the locks, turn off utilities, or remove the belongings of tenants from the property. I want to repeat that, Dr. Umar style. I'm going to say it back a couple of times. Under the law, it is illegal for the homeowner to change the locks, turn off the utilities, or remove belongings of the tenant from the property. Under the law, never mind, you get the point. By the time someone does their investigation, they're working their job, it'll be over 30 days, and this man will still be in my home, she said. So she's fearful that they're going to get away with stealing her property. Anyway, a woman answered the door when they went back, and she said, I ain't talking about this. To make a long story short, now she has to take this through court. And, that's the boy right there who was squatting in her crib. So she actually got an unlawful eviction charge because she changed the locks and hadn't provided a new key to the person staying there. So basically they said if you change the locks, you have to give a squatter a key to the new locks. Insanity. So she was slapped with a criminal court summons, the cops added. So, yeah, this is what's going on out here, man. Yeah. Nothing really more to add to this, man. Last thing I want to add to this, Core. So the New York-based attorney, Alan Goldberg, who specializes in landlord versus tenant law, told the Post the Big Apple has seen a 40 to 50% in similar cases in the wake of COVID. So he said the city has to deal with this issue. It's much harder to remove them now because the courts are so backlogged. So, he thinks that there should be a fast track way to do this. So, Core, thoughts?
I can't say what I would do on a camera, dog.
Let me get to a couple comments and we're going to go from there. Mark says this, police locked her up. Shake my head. Yes, the police locked her up.
Yeah, so she took some steps that I wouldn't have taken. I wouldn't have brought any cameras.
Mm-hmm.
What I would have brought was some goons. And yeah, I would have brought some goons, some other squatters.
So let me.
I would have brought some other squatters.
So I've actually had this happen to me multiple times, and I'll tell y'all the story about it in a second. Let me get through these comments. So GC says, "I wonder how did this person get in the home in the first place? They probably just broke a window, or
they just probably climbed through a window or something."
This comment is hilarious if you know what Jamil is saying. He said Taj Tariq Bey strikes again. So Jamil is out of pocket. And you spend too much time on YouTube, bro. That's one of them sovereignty folks that tell you to steal property and claim your sovereignty. So I caught the little jab there, Jamil. That's hilarious.
That's gangster, yo. Like you gotta have balls of steel to do something crazy like this, man.
Mark says facts, Corey, about how you would have handled it.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Nobody would have got unalived. I would have brought a different set of squatters.
So Nate says the boss said he also wants money for the repairs that he made too. Yeah, he did. Yeah, man. So glad not to have this situation because all of them will be caught outside. And GC says, yeah, I don't think I'm fit to be a landlord, to be honest. GC, you know, that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. And I've had this conversation where people literally come into my office and say, yo, I want you to help me buy a crib as a landlord. And we sit and we go back and forth and talk about things. And I know like other agents in my office tell me I'm crazy because I tell people straight up and down, you ain't built to be no landlord. I could tell after one conversation, a lot of people ain't built to be no landlord. Like, you know what I mean? And
yeah, you got to have a temperament that's set up for that. And my temperament not set up for that. My temperament not set up for that at all. Because if you don't move out my property, you're going to move out my property. You just don't know you're going to move out my property.
People not paying me my money is a problem. That's what GC said. Don is up here killing the emoji game with the little, you know what I'm saying? The little, he's showing
pew,
the
pew, pew, pat, pat, pat.
And now he got the hatchets out. He says warrior style. Oh, they get busy with the hatchets, dog. Jamil says, I saw a reel where the landlord stripped out the plumbing, HVAC, and AC units, doors, and windows to get around the loophole.
Man, yeah, I say I'm doing repairs and then not finish it.
But here, you say what?
I said I'll go in to do repairs and not finish them.
Yeah, but then you still get held accountable.
Okay.
Now, Elodio, yeah, that's what they call all that nonsense. I ain't even getting into that. I mean, but anyway, you know, everybody putting the gun in
pew 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 pat pat pat.
So Adrian says, I'm not fit to be one because I've watched The Godfather too many times. I wonder could she live with the squatter in there and get it handled? So that's the thing. It seems like this is an inherited property. She doesn't live there, but you can do that. But that's more danger. So I had this happen to me a couple of times. One when I was young in the game, and then one when I was older. Right. So when I was young in the game, and here's one of the things that I'll tell people this is just my personal experience. When you buy an investment property, you gotta get to know somebody on that block. Right. So Philadelphia is blocks like that. So if you're buying one in a place where it's single homes and they're like 2 miles apart, it's a little different. But in Philadelphia, a city where properties are in close proximity to each other, one of my tricks of the trade is to learn or meet someone on that block, especially an old nosy lady. Start kicking it with her. You know what I'm saying?
You would never have to worry about that property again.
At all. Right. No. So I got hit up about this property. Somebody had and this is both times I got to take some of the responsibility because I was literally land banking at the time. I had bought some vacant properties and was just sitting on them. And it was a property in North Philly, and it was vacant. And lady on the block, think somebody's living in your house. I'm like, really? So I go around there, you know, take the burners. You know what I mean? I carried a couple things. I had my deed, I had the burners, and a couple folks with me. Knock on the door. They open the door. I bombard the door. What are you doing in my house? They like, it's my house. I'm like, no, it's not. Here's my deed. So you want to roll. Someone called the cops. The cops pull up. Yo, you armed? Yup, to the T. Like, letting you know up front, this is my house, blah, blah, blah. It's how crazy the cops are. The cops said, I'm going to be outside. Y'all handle that. I'm like, yo, I thought he's going to come in and like... So,
yo, that's Philly too.
Yeah, Philly, yo, definitely some Philly stuff. Cop was like, yo, I'm just gonna be outside. Y'all handle that. I'm like,
because it's about to get silly. And the cop was like, yeah,
here's how it all played out, though. It all played out peacefully because come to find out, they got scammed because they had a lease from some dude that didn't own the property, right? But here was my biggest problem with this whole thing. The property was inhabitable. It was literally like a part of the wall falling down. There was no running plumbing. So they was, you know what I mean, as folks call them, they was geekers. No one should have been living there at all, right? So no one should have been living there at all. So they paid him a couple $100. And I said, first of all, you pay somebody a couple $100, you think you got a real lease? Make a long story short, the boy who did all this, he ended up getting caught for some other scam. And come to find out that it wasn't just my property. He was going around to vacant properties, changing the locks and writing up leases for like pennies on a dollar, and he had a little system popping around the city. So he got caught on some other stuff, on some check fraud stuff, and they caught him with all kinds of man was just out here running all kinds of scams. So
man's and them was out here going nuts.
Yeah. So he was the real so they kind of got scammed too. Although they knew like they were scammed, but y'all knew y'all was scamming because you can't get a crib for $200 a month. What is you doing? So they got out. Locks was changed. Property was rehabbed, and now it's rented and all that. Shout out to my guy Justin who rehabbed the whole property. But yeah, so that was one of my stories. I went in kind of how you were saying, Core. Like I was pissed. Like you know how it is. You feel like somebody steals something from you. It's the worst feeling in the world. That is the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah, man. Like
anyway.
Listen, I'm not gonna say I'm friendly because I'm not, but I'm cordial to almost every human being unless I have a reason not to be. And if you inhabiting something that I paid for, doggy, like listen, I'm not even going again because I don't want to unalive you for trying to put shelter over your head, but you gotta roll. You know what I mean? Like
listen to this. So the second one, and a lot of people know about the second one because I shared this on our Instagram page when it happened, right? So the second one was a couple years ago. Another property in North Philly. What's today's lesson? We stopped buying in North Philly. Anyway, a whole different property in North Philly. Another one I was sitting on vacant, and it was
some young G's was in there.
Yeah, so a young boy was in there. So the crazy part is at first, so again, got cool with a neighbor. Neighbor snitched. But when I went to the crib, like boy had like a big pit bull in the joint. So the big pit bull come to the door. I didn't even go in the house, and I'm like, all right, what's going on? So then I waited around a little bit. Come to find out it was a young boy who was trapping out of there. So he had pit bulls. He had product. He had machines to protect said product. So he wasn't living in the crib. He was using the crib to handle his business. But again, I was older now, whatever. So I had a conversation with him. I was like, yo, listen, bro, let me give you a couple days to get all your stuff out of there. Because, after that, like, it's going to be a problem. Like, this is my crib. You ain't supposed to be here. And the funny thing is, he was real cordial about it. He's like, all right, old head, you right. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to move my stuff. And the boy moved his stuff. He to his credit, he moved his stuff. No harm, no foul. I didn't call the authorities on him or nothing. I just really had a conversation with him. And it's funny because the neighbor was mad at me at the time, like, you should just call the cops on him and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm going to get a man a chance to I'm not trying to get the boy locked up. Like,
I don't want to see him down. I just want to see him out my crib.
I was like, so, I told him, the funny thing is I tried to school him, like, look, man, what you doing is crazy. Put your money. I tried to, get on my old head, John. I tried to, talk to him like,
man, I make more money than you, old head. Get out of here.
He could have went that way. He could have told me FOH, old head. Like, he wouldn't be the first young boy. But that's the thing though, man. A lot of these young boys will be ignorant to you, but a lot of these young boys will also listen to you too. If you talk to them.
I've seen it on both sides. There's no.
I definitely have.
Nah, for sure. Like these young boys ain't they ain't all Guns and Roses, man. They all ain't playing stupid and playing games. Like it's sometimes you give them a game and they run with the game and they do what you ask them to do. So
man, I remember one of the times me and you did when we were at the youth study, one of the times, and I think it was the one time we had lunch with them.
Oh man, that was crazy.
And the one young boy was smart, and I told him, I was like, yo, you pretty intelligent, blah blah blah. And the dude told me, he was like, yo, you the first man to ever give me a compliment. And I had to try to understand what he meant. He was like, he's never had a black man in his life, and this is a black boy, ever give him a compliment or tell him he was smart. I say all that to say sometimes when you talk to these youngsters, like some of them just be looking for attention, man. Like not all of them.
They do crazy things for attention.
Yeah. I mean, they do, but sometimes that's what they want. That's what they want.
Good or bad. Like it's not just bad attention. They just want attention, period. Like they're not looking for nothing crazy. They ain't looking to do nothing, terrible or none of that. They just listen, man, look at me, see me. I'm a human, like that kind of attention. Like
crazy, man. So let me go through these comments and I'm gonna tell y'all a couple of things I learned from seeing this happen, not just to me, but other folks as well. Chad said I would have sent the goons. Ms. K said maybe consider hiring private security. Yeah, but it's still the sound like the laws up there are crazy too. She should have dropped a sack full of roaches, rats, and snakes in that joint. Then once she get them out, she got to deal with that.
I mean,
yeah, the ray gun, the cop really said that, bro. Like, and I got witnesses. I was like, whoa, like, you really?
Yeah, man.
Really though. Chaz, he said he was a smart dummy. Chaz, boy had cribs all over the city. He was renting for pennies on the dollar. It was all like, other investors or people own property that left him vacant. TJ says, right, bro, everyone is not built to be a landlord. My cousin is renting houses out to single mothers. When she moved out, it was drawings on the wall. The toilet was broken. It was trash everywhere. So, TJ, I'm glad you brought that up because
that's regular stuff for move outs, though.
Miss Cheryl says, not old head. Yep, old head. That's how they call us here in Philly. Yeah. Do you think it's worth to get a security system even when you plan on so Adrian just stole my thunder because that is where I was going with this. So Miss Cheryl said, for attention or direction. Yes. So Adrian, I'm glad you said that because this is the biggest point that I want to make. And I've had this debate with landlords. One of the things I learned is to build a relationship with someone on a block that you own. The second thing is to take the expense of putting an alarm system on your property. And I'm not talking about one of them short-term joints because they don't work. The joints where I've had people, other landlords that tell me they got some system and I go in there, something that's plugged into the wall. And it's like, yo, somebody could walk in and unplug it. Now you don't have a system. What are we doing here?
No, I'm talking like an ADT or something that'll call the cops automatically.
Yeah, exactly. Now, here's where it gets tricky, right? And this goes into how you buy a rental property. Because a lot of people, because they don't understand how to value a property correctly, their margins are so thin that they can't take on the expense of putting an alarm system in. Because an alarm system might cost you $50 a month, right? So what's that? That's $600 a year. Over 3 years is what? $1,800?
Yeah.
Right? So the reason I was talking about what TJ said is because it goes into what Adrian said too. If you buy the property correctly, you should have $1,800 built into that investment where you could take on that cost. Because what's going to happen is if you have to go to court and you get people evicted and go through the situation that this young lady went through, because to me, reading this article, it sounds like she left the property vacant for a while, maybe because she was dealing with the grief of losing her parents, which is how she got the property. But the person had already been there over 30 days, which means she wasn't keeping an eye on the property, didn't seem to have any alarm. They had been there a month already. When you get to know someone on a block and you put an alarm on a property, right, that alarm will go off. We'll call the police. You'll be notified. It will be more difficult. Not that it's going to prevent it completely, but it's more difficult for someone to kind of run the scam. Yeah. So the other part, how I'm tying with what TJ said is that $1,800, even if they get a squatter in and you get them out, it's going to cost you more than $1,800 to fix all the nonsense they break anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, so either going through the court system in time or having to fix repairs, the $1,800 is worth it. Spend $2,000. Now I'm rounding up. Spend $2,000 just to take that, alleviate that headache, because it's going to be worth it in the long run. And that goes into how you buy to make sure you have that $2,000 built in there. That would be my advice. Those two things can help you prevent it from squatters, because she clearly didn't have an alarm. She clearly just went and you know, someone was already living in the joint for 30. You're not gonna be in my crib for 30 days. Like, they making their stuff at home. So, you know, that's real problematic. But those are very simple ways that you can do that. Get you a real alarm system, not none of them fugazi joints. Get you a real system. So Jamil says, you ever see the joint a few years back in Detroit where a lady went to Arizona and Vegas for a month to visit, came back and some cat squatted, drank all her liquor and ate her crab legs? Damn. They ain't just stay there. They just like went through eating crab legs, eating her food. Eating my food is disrespectful. You gonna break in my crib, then go in my fridge and like this bust a grub, like you out of pocket. I mean, this stuff happens all the time, Jamil. Like, I don't remember that specific story, but it happens all the time. And people are out of control, man. Like, you know, this is why a lot of folks aren't meant to be landlords, right? So, because you have to factor in all these things when you're looking to be a landlord. I still think it's a great business, because the one thing about real estate is it kind of teaches you about all businesses. To me, every individual rental property is its own business. If you can successfully manage a rental property, you can run a business. That's just my personal opinion. But it's not all peaches and cream. I don't care what anybody tells you on the internet, on their TikTok page. No one, I want to create a TikTok page where you just talk about all the evil stuff that happens in real estate. Let's see if we can see if people are willing to share those stories.
We got some Philly landlords who already share those stories, because our brothers
all the bad stories to kind of counteract all the not trying to be a negative Nancy, but like, you go online now.
This is really what goes down. But you got Tone that shares his stories.
You said who?
I said Tone, not Tone. Damn. Our central guys from damn. I haven't been to Philly for a minute, but our damn.
While you think about that, let me read this. Jamil says, aren't security systems tax deductible? I know they help lower insurance rates. They can be tax deductible. It's a business expense.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah. Yes, that would be dope. All right, so I mean, no, I'm thinking about that, man, because like there's so many horror stories. I could do that by myself with all the stories I went. I told y'all several times. I got everything from folks selling like dope out of the crib. I got one chick was running a back page site out of one of my rental properties, and she was never late on rent either, though. So shout out to her.
You better not be late running back page. If you running back page and you late. You ain't doing it right, baby. You ain't doing this right.
Yo, I was doing it right.
If she was doing it right.
How I found out was she started going through one of her tricks, and they pulled weapons out on each other, and the cops came, and I got called, like, as a landlord. I got called down there, and they like, you ain't know she. I don't know what she doing. I know she pay on time. She pay early. Then they start. Then they go on the internet and show me like all the ads she got running on the job. I'm like, oh, she got a whole business going out of here, bro. Yo, she was like a madam. I'm like, yo
sis was getting busy.
Yeah, I got all kinds of stories, bro. I got
getting absolutely busy.
Yeah, I got the wildest stories, bro. But anyway,
you don't. No, you don't. You got wild stories. You don't got
maybe not the wildest. People got a lot of wild stories. That's the thing, though.
I wasn't talking about Tom. I was talking about Ant. Ant be on social media showing all of it.
Yeah.
He was showing it all. He was just walking through a crib where he just a tenant moved out, and they left the dogs in the backyard. So they moved
too, man. Because I want to shout Ant for a different reason. We when I went to speak to the kids at Penn 2 weeks ago, he was there too doing his thing. So shout to Ant, man. And Ant is always in the streets giving back. So shout to Ant. But yo, the thing is, I know a lot of people with a lot of stories, man. I talk to Malik all the time. I talked to him for a while this week. We share stories, but I'm like, yo, we need to put this out to the public because sometimes we come off as the negative Nancy folks because we try to counteract all the BS that you. I see so much BS on TikTok and Instagram, dog. Like I see some of the stuff people be talking about, and it's like, and some of the stuff you could tell they're lying. They're not even talking about their own stories because it's like it's not even true. So, you know, you got to counteract that with some of the reality, man. Not that it's all bad either, though, because you can make a lot of money in real estate. Like, you know, I've my entire adult life, I've done nothing but it. So. Anyway, some people have house sitters to watch their house while they're on vacation, so that's another option.
Yeah, but now that's adding to that's something I can't bring back from. Man, listen.
Well, but here's the thing though. This situation wasn't about a vacation though. This one was about someone that's having a property they inherited that was just vacant. So if you're going away for a vacation, I could see that too, Miss K, where you hire somebody or bring family. Like sometimes I call my brother, like, yo. Just watch my crib. Like I ain't gonna be here for, you know what I mean? Like something like that. Oh, this is Tiff. What's going on? I'm starting to have these stories. My God. She sounds like she got some tenant horror stories popping up.
Yeah, man.
And the crazy part is one of the best things. I shouldn't say best things. One of the things that I tell you, boy, I'm a lucky dude, man. I'm gonna tell you why I'm lucky in real estate. Because when I had my most properties was before the crash in like the Great Recession. And I had sold off a bunch of them before the recession hit. And it had nothing to do with me seeing the recession coming. If anybody tells you they saw it, they're lying. I didn't see it. I got lucky. I literally got lucky because I was going through a different phase of like this burnout. Like, let me sell these cribs. I'm not making as much money as I should be. Let me sell this. Anyway, so I got lucky then. I got lucky during the pandemic because before the pandemic, I made a shift in my business model where I stopped taking private like clients. Out of all my rental properties, I think I only have 2 private clients now. Every other property is we on a contract with the government. I'm in a partnership with Section 8 for every other property. So because of that, during the pandemic, I was cool when a lot of like, you know, my peers and friends was getting cooked. They were getting cooked. I got a close homie, who a lot of y'all know. I ain't gonna say his name because you know it is what it is. He told me he got somebody that hasn't paid still since the pandemic. They going through the courts right now. So, Rich, what's good, Rich? Rich, I brought you up earlier. I forgot what the hell I brought you up. Oh, I know what it was, Rich. I finished watching that Napoleon joint, and yeah, Josephine hit him with that wham dog because he was wilding. Yeah, he was wilding.
Yo,
contractor horror stories.
Yeah, Jim got those too. Jim used to slander every contractor until he met Jay. Jay saved all the rest of the contractors.
Yo, I am triggered with this. I'm triggered with this comment. I'll say this and I'll say it again. I've been in real estate now for 20 plus years, 25 plus years. Contractors are the worst part of the entire business. They're worse than tenants. They're worse than banks. Yo, they are the single worst part of the business. If you find a good contractor, you have to treat them like your spouse. You have to appreciate them and
love on them and caress them and hold them tight.
Yo, and the crazy part is, so like, you're right. Shout out to Justin. Man, Justin is taking care of me. He did my last couple rehabs he did, and he's amazing. And he's not the cheapest person, but what I'll tell you is this. You can not be the cheapest person when you do good work because everybody else is a bum. Yeah. So Mark says contractors are the devil. Listen, me and Mark used a couple of the same contractors. One boy, we both fired. I ain't gonna mention his name, Mark. You know what I'm talking about. You fired him and I fired him too. Yeah. So me and Mark swap war stories with contractors, dog. Like, they are the worst. That's the worst part of the business. I mean, GC said, what these contractors do to you, dog, not show up for work, you know, this bad in terms of their word, in terms of like some of the dudes you find that are good, and it's like they're not even in 2024, they won't be paid in cash. Like, no, I ain't paying you in cash. I want this up front. No, I'm not giving you nothing for like. I have so many horror stories with contractors doing bad work. I had one, like a couple roofers that I had the same roof replaced like 5 times, just bad. She said, "Yup," and I should have went with him. So mad. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, he's definitely, when you get them bids, and that's the other thing. My man know he know that he ain't the cheapest, but he tell you they ain't the cheapest up front, but he about his work. Sometimes you get them bids and you try to like cut corners and go with the lowest bid, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. I found out the hard way. Even the good ones ain't good. All right, so everybody triggered. Nobody like contractors in here. Wasn't there a contractor who swindled a retired teacher out of our house not too long ago? Yeah, you have to watch them in the elders. I've seen situations like that with other folks, like not me, with people in my neighborhood where contractor come in, get them for all the bread, never show back up. It's just wild, bro. It's just wild. I found one dude one time years ago, right? He was GCing a project for me. And I knew that I was hiring a GC, but main man never even showed up to the job site. You talk about subbing out. He was just trying to play the middleman on everything. I'm like, dog, you ain't even see the crib. Like, what we doing here? I'm like, such and such ain't fixed. He like, oh, it ain't? Yeah, they the devil, yo. They the worst. They the worst folks. They are the worst. My fault, y'all. I got triggered and got sidetracked for a minute, but I'm cool now. Anyway, man, we're going to do our Bitcoin giveaway soon, though. But the bottom line is when it comes to squatters, you got to sometimes spend some money up front to not have to spend more money on the back end, even if that means cutting into your profits sometimes, right? Because it's just important to remember that this is a long-term thing. It's a long-term play. It's not about the short term. Even if you're flipping, another trick that I pull, not really a trick, is let's say that I'm going to, because a lot of times with these companies that give you the alarm system, they make you sign like a 3-year contract, 2 years, sometimes 3-year contract. So if I'm going to pay $1,200, $1,800, but let's just say I get the property fixed before then and the tenant moves in, I hit them with the, listen, I'm going to give you 6 months free of an alarm system. I've already got to pay for it anyway. So that also helps you with marketing. You know what I mean? Like, just a quick sidebar. Anyway, man, Corey, man, you got any last words, bro, before we start doing our giveaway?
As I always say, man, just be careful, man. There's all kinds of chicanery going on out here in the world, man. And people out here crazy, man. Like, I don't know what else to say, man. People out here be doing the absolute most. Like, I part of the reason why I got on social media is because I got tired of watching people scam other people. I got tired of like going on Twitter and TikTok and all these places and watching these people talk absolute foolishness and then have 5,000 comments underneath them like, yeah. Like, man, this is the dumbest shit I heard in my life.
Well, everybody, so here's the thing, right? Is what people have been doing about the since the beginning of time. You know that everybody has this lottery ticket mentality where no one is looking to put in work or build something. So I play on that. I tell you, these are the reasons why you're not succeeding is because you're not doing A, B, and C. You're going to listen to me, even if I don't even know what I'm talking about. So that kind of stuff triggers people and it works. So Ant asked the question, how do you feel about Candace Owens? I don't feel about her at all. Although what I will say is, for those who aren't familiar with Diamond Dave, go to Diamond Dave's YouTube channel. He did a great video about Candace Owens yesterday. And after watching that, I feel like Diamond Dave said all there is to say. Like, I feel like she's a hustler. I mean, that's what it is. She's a hustler. But one of the things that about Candace Owens that's interesting to me is, again, I'm on Twitter and Nostr most days. And I see how triggering she is to people. And how the people that love her go off, but the people that hate her go off even more. And it's like she hit on that Floyd Mayweather thing. Like the Floyd Mayweather thing where most of the people that watch him were watching, trying to see him lose.
Trying to watch his downfall.
She hit on that where she got, it's like, and having a bunch of haters might be more profitable than having people that love you, yo.
And then when you listen to her talk, when she get around other black people, she don't act like that. She just don't act like that. Like she's a hustler, so you can see it is for profit. Like, cause she not stupid and she not and she don't even believe half the crazy malarkey she say. She just out there getting money. Like,
It's wild though, because I see my man Sean King took a shahada, and it's just like it's the folks in the spotlight are out of control. I only find Sean King funny because I think the internet gave him the funniest nickname in the history of nicknames. In the history of the internet, they gave him the funniest nickname when they called a boy Talcum X. I think that might be the single funniest nickname I ever heard. So Jamil says, I forgot about the joint in Detroit where an investigative reporter squatted on the squatter to help the lady get her home back. Pull up on YouTube, squatting on the squatter. It's a short 5 minutes, hilarious. I'm going to take a look at that as soon as we get off here. Squatting. Ashley! Ashley's in the building.
Hey, what's going on, Ashley?
How are you, Ash? Yeah, so that's what's going on, bro. Oh, listen, I'm about to sell a bunch of my joints to buy sats anyway, so I'm dead ass serious, y'all. The only reason I haven't yet is because I'm trying to work with my actual tenants to make sure they can make sure they can take the property.
Like you ain't trying to up in nobody's life, but you trying to get them sets. I get it.
Yeah. Miss you as well, Ash. Hope all is well. I know all is well. I'll be seeing you on the timeline. You outside glowing and whatnot.
Yeah. Ashley been outside since she was born, though. Like you can look at her. She been outside since she was born. Like she be all over the place.
And it says funnier than King Kong Consciousness. All right, so the funniest thing about King Kong Consciousness, I think that's funny because he gave the name to himself, right? But
no, it's not funnier than Talcum X. Talcum X,
but King Kong Consciousness is
funny.
It's funny because he gave himself the nickname.
Yeah, it's not messing with Talcum X.
And also, that might not even be his funniest nickname, the King Kong Consciousness, because he used to call himself. I remember, like in Philly, I was seeing him at a Black and Noble. He called himself Big Papa. And this was an acronym. Papa was the Prince of Pan-Africanism.
Yeah, the Prince, yeah.
Big Papa. He'd say Big Papa's coming, the Prince of Pan-Africanism. So with all that being said, that might even be his funniest self-proclaimed nickname. Candace is married to a clear gentleman. Dog. I saw someone share pictures of their wedding the other day, right? And I think she might have been the only Black person there. it was the wildest scene. Like, it was the wildest pictures, dog. It was wild. Anyway, Ash says, I am a lady of the world. I know that's right. Hey, Ant, I'm dead serious, man. Big Papa, man. Even though I also like being inside sometimes. It's a balance. I heard that. You've been Ash, by the way, you've been bodying me with the memes too, though, like the ratchet memes. Although you're not a ratchet person, I'm not trying to call you ratchet. I'm saying,
the memery is ratchet.
She one of my meme friends, dog. Like we should, said Little John. This is by Jamil. Jamil says Little John just took a shahada as well. All right, I ain't got no comments on that, but Sean King, right? And I don't even know what his objective is. It just seemed kind of wild because it seemed like because with him everything seems like a grift. Not saying it is. It just seems like it. That wedding photo was wild. Looked like Get Out Part 2. All right, so you saw it too, Ray. It was crazy. It was crazy. Prince of Panera Bread. But yeah, that wedding photo was absolutely insanity, dog. Yeah, man. Anyway, with that being said, remember Monday Stack Sats or Die Trying. Wednesday is our podcast. Every Friday we are here live, starting at 7 p.m. And every Friday we do a Bitcoin giveaway, right? So with that being said, when you get entered into the giveaway, if you win, let us know you're still here and give us your cash tag, and we got you. You can give your cash tag by inboxing me at JW the Blueprint or at By the Hood on socials, or you can email bythehoodllc@gmail.com. But you have to win first, obviously, and you have to let us know you're still here. Let me set this up real quick, Core. Let me think what I'm going to make the hashtag this evening. You know what I'm saying? Let me think what I'm going to make the hashtag this evening. We talk about squatting. Let me see a couple of these comments real fast. So you actually took some time off the memes for a second. I thought you didn't like me anymore. No, no, it's been crazy. It's been crazy busy over here. So I had to, I got you though. I sent you some fire memes yesterday though. I'm back. It's been crazy busy though. I want to see a reality show with Rachel Dolezal and Sean King. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yo, that's
on what's Ray J's new network? Yo, dog. Shout out to Ray J.
They should start with that.
Ray J is a legend.
Yo,
I have no bad,
more money than any whack.
I have nothing bad to say about Ray J. But Ray J is out of pocket. So Ray J has his own network now. He sold his stake for several million in his thing. Did any of y'all seen the trailer for his new show?
No.
He taking reality TV too far. All right, we're gonna shit squatters. He said hashtag old head. That's pretty funny. I have to greet y'all accordingly. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and yo, the repeating 3 times is the greatest thing. Contractors. Oh, I should say Devil Warrior. I like that one too. That's a good one. I got them. Welcome back, no doubt. I'm trying to think of this one. What you think I should make it? Oh yeah, by the way, back to Ray J thing real quick. The trailer starts off, you see 2 people arguing. Next thing you know, you see somebody literally clapping at somebody. This isn't a movie. This is like on a regular ass camera. Like this is a reality. This is how he's starting his network off. He's like, it's out of pocket. You see fighting, drinks thrown, and you see literal gunshots. So Ray J's out of pocket. Not Miss Dolezal with the LGBO Nigerian name coming through.
Igbo.
Igbo. She changed her name?
I have no idea.
What's the name? What's her new name?
I have no idea, but
all right, so Brittany saw it. It was crazy. LaRonda saw it. Yeah, yo, Ray J ain't not playing. What's Dolezal's Nigerian name now? I said LG. Yeah, I thought she was about to say something else. I thought I was reading LGB something else, but she was saying Igbo. I know Igbo because I watch it. I'm a fan of Nollywood films because of Netflix, but that ain't nobody's business. All right, so let's get to this giveaway though. What we gonna call this one, Core? What do you think I should call the hashtag? Should call it hashtag Freaknik because I watched that documentary yesterday, which was kind of wild though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not watching that documentary. I might be in it.
That's what I was watching for to see if yo, that's her name.
Let's do squatters because that's what it was.
All right, got you. All right, we're gonna do the singular squatter, but yo, that's her name. I can't hear Amari Diallo. She got a 4.
No.
You see anyone you know? Brandy, I didn't see you on there because I definitely would have been in your inbox. Like, Brandy, go to 29 minutes and 16 seconds. I didn't see nobody. Yo,
shout out to Brandy. When we used to work together, she used to keep the place really, really light. You know what I mean? Like she about them kids. Brandy is about them kids.
Yes, she is. Brandy was at Penn a couple weeks ago. She was actually moderating the room that I was in. So shout out to her. She definitely is about that work.
Yeah, she about that work in
Mark,
that life.
Take the S off, Mark. It's in the singular. Squatter. I will find a post. Yeah. All right. Make sure you send it to me, Ash. Darren is in the building. What's up, Darren? Good talking to you as well, Darren. Oh, we got Tiffany from Los Angeles checking in. Yeah, man. So put in squatter to be entered into our giveaway. Let's go through this joint. Yeah, folks is putting. I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes to get them all in there. Appreciate that. So glad to hear you. Hear you on break though. LaRonda said I did see some people I know. Did you hit him up though? Did you hit him up and say, yo, 31 minutes and 15 seconds?
That's you.
Some folks would have took screenshots and like made it look crazy. Side note, they better never come out with a Greek picnic joint. Yeah, they better never come out with the Greek joint, Core.
I know I'm in those. I don't know.
Philly has a habit of like doing too much. We take everything to the extreme.
Yeah.
So no, you just gotta put it in one time. Once you put it in one time, you're entered into the giveaway. Right now, we got 22 entries. Way more people watching. So some of y'all don't, So hey, remember,
You don't want our Bitcoin. We ain't gotta worry about you.
Listen, you said whose pastor's going to show up on that? I was worried about whose grandma going to show up on that joint.
Right. Whose uncles and grandmoms is in that joint?
Yeah. They better not come up with a Greek joint because Philly take things too far. Like, by the time
I stopped going to the Greek when I was about 24, 25, because it was just too violent. Like, it was just too violent.
That joint turned into a weekend full of sexual assaults and like attempted murders.
Yeah, man. Like, it got way out of pocket.
Because we go too far. We take everything too far.
The young ladies wasn't safe. And it is not like, or you see something, you say something. It's everywhere. Like, you could say something, but then like it's like you gotta fight half a city. Like, it was just so out of pocket and out of control. Like,
yeah.
When I had to start taking my burner with me, I was like, yeah, this is not it. This is not it. Because if I gotta take my burner with me, it ain't fun.
Yes, this is true. This is true. Whoa. These comments is that's still a thing. It's not a thing now. Definitely gonna be some grandmas on that bad boy. Absolutely. Whoa. Slarana said I saw pastors, high school principals, city officials from our hometown. All right. LaRonda, were you from Atlanta? Where's your hometown, LaRonda? Because you got,
she gotta be from Atlanta.
She got a doc. She said from her hometown, she saw doctors, principals. LaRonda, where are you originally from? Where's your hometown? So, Mark, the Freaknik is the documentary that just came out on Hulu.
Freaknik was in Atlanta, in the greater Atlanta area.
But what I'm saying is they better never come out with
Greek. The Philly Greek joint.
They better never come out with it.
200 times worse.
All right, LaRonda is squatter with a no S. It's just in a singular. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance. And we're gonna give y'all one more minute, and then we're gonna see who the winner is. Remember, if you win, you have to let us know you're still here. And shout out to everybody who's won throughout time, man. Because I was going back and looking. We've been doing this for a couple of years now. We're giving away thousands and thousands of dollars of Bitcoin, and some folks is probably up crazy right now just from getting Bitcoin coming over on Friday.
Up in
that's what it's about, though. That's what it's about, though. I'm actually getting ready to. Louisiana. Okay. I'm aware of the Freaknik one year at the end. Yeah, Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana, y'all wild in general. But shout out to Louisiana though. I was just in New Orleans a couple months ago. I had a ball. It said Brittany said Vidon is. Yeah, Vidon got a couple dollars in Bitcoin. We know what Vidon does. All right, there we go, squatter. All right, make sure everybody's in there, get a chance. All right, y'all, listen, before we do this giveaway, I want to make sure everybody subscribes to the YouTube channel, likes the Facebook page, follows us on all socials. That go Don already admitted, Don is up, man. That's V-Don. That's our guy. Yeah, I saw that Rachel Dolezal had an OnlyFans and got fired for her teaching job. I'm really of the opinion, though, some of these people getting fired for their OnlyFans, like they're losing their job as part of their rollout. Because every time I read a story like that, it says like their OnlyFans is now up 300% since the firing. It's like they intentionally get fired to draw traffic to their site.
Hell, if you're going to get fired, you better draw traffic to your site. You better do something.
Brittany says he got the special sauce talking about Don because Don won so many of our joints. I think Don is, we know Don is a military guy, but we think he might got some special clearance we don't know about. Which allows him to do that. He got
a Bitcoin magnet.
Yeah, man. All right, y'all. He said it might be up to something good strategy. It always works that way. All the teachers you see getting fired, subscribe to the channel, though. On Monday, Stack Sats to Die, try on Wednesday to Pod, and we'll be back here next Friday. Jamil said Don got so much, he's up there with BlackRock with BTC. Jimmy, do you watch those first 2 episodes of X-Men 97? I've been saving that for this weekend. My timeline was going crazy about X-Men 97 on Disney, so I'm definitely going to check it out, but I didn't watch it yet. No, I haven't, Michelle. I've been stuck on Warrior, man. I'm stuck on Warrior. All right, y'all, let's get it popping. Let's see who is the winner here. And the winner is...
And the winner is...
I was about to say... Willie Davis.
Willie Davis.
All right, Willie. Let us know you're here, Willie. think it's Willie. It's Willie's first time winning. Willie has never won before. Willie, let us know you are here. Wow. Yo, I want to tell you, George, I had me about $20 of Bitcoin to pay for something years ago, and I didn't know how to get it off, and it's over $300 now. Just thought it was amazing. Shout out to my cousin George. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday to my cousin George. But yo, that is crazy. When you look at over time, everything becomes cheaper, in Satoshis. That's the episode of Stack Sats. Willie is here. All right, Willie. So here's how you get paid. You can email us bythehoodllc@gmail.com, or you can inbox me at JW the Blueprint on every site. Or you can inbox By the Hood at By the Hood. Inbox me tonight or inbox me in the next 10 minutes. I'm going to get you paid ASAP. We pay out the same night. Congrats to you. I know it's your first time winning, so thanks for pulling up and watching. We here every Friday. Ash says, I like the new setup for the joint. Yeah, so I don't have to type all them names out. You dig? We got more folks saying congrats. Willie says it's his first time on a live. We appreciate
you, Willie. And thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Just I totally forgot about it. That's the best kind when you buy Bitcoin, you forget you got it. Me and Corey read one of our podcasts a little while ago. We read a study and it was talking about investors. What was it? Who was the company, Corey? Was it
It was, I think it was Fidelity or
Fidelity. It was Fidelity. Fidelity had did a study and it said their customers that made the most money in all their accounts were the ones that were dead. And it said the logic was because dead people don't trade around and move back and forth, that their money was just making money because they weren't even looking at it. Obviously, they can't look at it because they're dead. But the point they were making is most people do too much in terms of moving and trading, and it's all kinds of craziness.
Yeah, so their accounts that make the most money are from dead people.
Yeah, they sit there and just buy it and let it sit there. So, but that also lets you know this too, though, right? How much money you think is sitting out there with people that died and their family doesn't even know that they inherited something?
Oh, trillions, easy. With a T.
You just say billions, you straight with the trillions.
Easy. Listen, I still get calls from Pennsylvania from stuff that I did. I still got money sitting in Harrisburg somewhere from settlements and stuff like that. I don't know how much is in there, but Courtney sent me Courtney, our attorney friend Courtney.
Uh-huh.
She sent me a website, and she went on the website and looked, and she was like, "Yeah, man, you got a couple $1,000s sitting out here." And I'm like, "What, huh?" Like, I didn't even realize that you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So that's the thing, right? I was thinking about it because, like, I remember when my mom passed away, she had life insurance, and because I was grieving and all, it took me a while to call them, and I was talking to the lady for the life insurance thing. She was like, "Well, good thing you called, blah blah blah." And I was like, "What you mean by that?" She was like, "We don't call you or notify you, even if we know. Like, it's up to you to claim what's yours." So I'm like, "Hold up, this isn't like money sitting in a bank account. These are life insurance policies." I say all that to say this, right? Side note: this has nothing to do with today's show. But even if you have a will and you have all your paperwork together, let people know where it is. You know what I'm saying? Let people know where it is. Like, yo, is in this safety deposit box, or it's in this.
You gotta call them folks to get your money.
Yeah, because people is not gonna give you what's owed to you. Willie, no problem. Willie, make sure to hit me up on socials at JW the Blueprint or email us, and we're gonna get you paid tonight. Work smarter. No doubt, Willie. Thanks for pulling up. We appreciate that. Well, it does show people's names, Jamil. It goes through fast. Like, I could tell you all the entries in here, so it just goes through fast. Yeah, it's a lot of it. I check that site every 3 months to see if there's any unclaimed money. I gotta check that site. All right, y'all. Congrats to Willie. We appreciate y'all for pulling up on the live. We'll be back here next Friday for another giveaway and another show. For those that watch Stack Stats, make sure to check that out on Monday. I don't even know what the topic is going to be, but I got so many. I can go on about that for months. So it's going to be about something. So I'll see y'all then. With all that being said, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Please stay safe out there. Oh, I do got one more thing. I got to share with you, Core. I don't even know if let me see this real fast. I'm gonna share it again next week too, but let me see this. All right. April 19th and 20th. I'm speaking at a conference on April 19th and 20th in Philadelphia. And I'm gonna keep it a bean. I had forgot about it myself until I saw my name on the flyer. I was like, oh, I am speaking there. So it's called the Cash Value Wealth Builders Conference. It's April 19th through 20th at the Airport Marriott in Philadelphia. So it's all things investment, real estate, and you see your boy over there in the corner, with all the good folks. You know what I'm saying? You see your man gonna be there too. Ernest Gaines gonna be there, Corey.
Ernest funny as hell.
Yo, Ernest is hilarious, dog. Ernest is hilarious.
Listen, not just on the internet. When we was in Atlanta, my man, he funny as hell.
He's funny. He had to die in Atlanta. But yeah, so anybody who's in the area wants to check it out, April 19th or 20th is the conference I'm speaking at. What I'm gonna be talking about, more than likely, is going to be I'm gonna somehow find a way to talk about the only things I care about, which is real estate and Bitcoin. So I don't care what he asked me to speak about. That's how it's gonna end up. It's gonna be a bunch of wire.
That's my birthday weekend, so I might come holler.
It's gonna be a bunch of wire quotes and a bunch of locks bars mixed in with Bitcoin talk. So just understand that's what it's gonna be. The state treasurer has a bunch of money on the books that is unclaimed. So is it the same? All right, real quick. Last thing I'm gonna say before we get off here, because Ashley asked, "What's the site to check?" Is it the same? Like, is it one site you go to and then you go to your state?
Site. Is every state has their own joint.
All right, so you have to find the site for your state. Yo, so all right, Michelle, appreciate you, Michelle. Again, Michelle, thanks for those stats. Appreciate you, brother. K Diggy says Ray J's network is called Tronics and it should be canceled after watching the trailers were wild, the wildest thing I've seen. So Ashley, check your state. You can just Google it. Unclaimed money in whatever state you want to do. The state treasurer, is what Brittany says. So Jamil said the same thing I said. Type in unclaimed money in your state and the site should pop up. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Stay safe out there. We love y'all. Peace.